YouTube Shuki here with a review of the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger Cube Koumori. So this is Cube Bat, and he transforms into a boomerang. So he's a living batarang. That's awesome. But anyhow, this is our fourth and possibly final, not counting the repaint things that they're doing, Cube Buso series, the weapon series. And that's a shame because I love these little guys. This was released in July 2016 for about 1,000 yen or so, give or take, depending on where you bought it from. So here's a quick look at the tiny little box. I got Cube Koumori up here. Shows that he is the main weapon for Tousai Juo, as well as a weapon for Wild Tousai Kingu. Right here. Pardon me. And that is that. You got a cool little picture right down there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this open and take a look at Cube Koumori. And here is Cube Koumori in its Geo Cube form, and it's not a perfect cube by any stretch of the imagination. It's got little lumpies on it because it's got a lot of joints in this one compared to a lot of the others. So you do have the exclamation point right there in the middle, so it's a little bit less disturbed than the Cube Kuma one. However, it's a lot thinner, so you have that. It's a little bit different, but at the very least, you have that. It's functionable and stuff. So you do have the little pegs and holes right there, so it can plug into Wild Geo King's formation on the legs down there, as well as a clip that you'll use for Wild Tousai King's formation when we get to that. Transformation is, as you would expect, very simple. You open it up, fold the wings back and down, and there you have Cube Koumori in the cube animal form. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very thin, but it is very bat, for sure. Love the gold. The blue used is very nice. It's kind of more like a dark indigo sort of color, which I really enjoy. It's not just a pure blue or purple or anything like that. It's a nice little blend. The gold is, as always with Bandai, very, very nice. It's a vibrant gold, and it balances well with all the black that runs throughout this animal as well. Plus, his little head's adorable. Look at that little head. You just want to hug him. Hug a little bat friend. So anyhow, to transform him into the weapon mode, it is, again, very simple. You just straighten him out. That is it. And there's nothing to do about the head. There's no hiding the head or anything like that. It's just there. He straightens out, lets you use him as a boomerang, and hopes that his head doesn't get smashed in. You do have to fold down the little handle right there, which, like Cube Kuma, is a, I don't want to say soft plastic, but it is a little bit more of a pliable plastic than the actual base of the toy. So again, if you're inserting this into the fist holes on an angle, please be advised, because you might end up with a bend, just like Cube Kuma. But here is the weapon. So it can be used with all of the robots. So it can be used by Geo King. Again, just slide it right in there. It's a little bit disproportionate because it is quite big compared to Geo King. In fact, if you take it out of the socket here and stand it next to him, it's almost the height of Geo King. So you have that. Just notice Geo King's little eagle head fell down. Oh well. And of course, you can use Geo Wild. Again, pretty disproportionate, but it's something you could do. And the base robot, it's actually meant for Tousai Juo. You can hold it in either the crocodile hand, just like so, because he does have a fist hole here, despite the fact that the crocodile is more or less the hand in this formation. So you have that, which arguably matches his size quite a bit better than it does on the other two. Or you can go ahead and pull that out, and you can use it on there. And 3 videos in a row. Here is Hana. This is my idea of fun. Alright, so we had a little bit of a preview in the Cube Rhinos review, but now it is time to fully embrace Wild Tousai King. So, we're going to keep him mostly the same, but we're going to have to dismantle everybody else. So fold this up as you would if you were going to attach it onto Cube Gorilla. So just kind of keep that as is. Speaking of Gorilla, fold him up until he is back in his little cube stack. For King, slide that around so the big King sword is all nice and intact. Fold these up, fold those back, and so now he is in his little cube stack formation, and you're going to take these and just completely destack them. And then push them out of the way. Over here, all you're going to have to do is fold up the crocodile mouth. We do not need that anymore. Take off this little arm piece, because that is obviously going to be the head, as you can see right there. Take off the wolf, fold that up, find the hand, line that up, and as expected, you just pop that right on there, and that creates the other fist cube thing. Find your elephant and your lion right here, and those are going to be basically slippers, because that's just the thing with Sentai now, is some form or another is going to form slippers. So you have 3 and 4 hanging out down there. Up here you're going to put 5 right here, and just to note, because 5 has these little arm nubs on them, they did actually, you can kind of see it in there, they did actually cut nubs out on both sides. So if you wanted to create some mix and match combinations, you aren't stuck to having 5 over on this side. So that is really cool of them. You can put 2 up over here. Then you're going to put 6 with the 6 facing you right back here. And then 1 with the 1 facing you right there, just like that. And then finally you're going to take your little headpiece, and there will be 2 little slots right up there on Gorilla, and those will line right up and peg in, and then you accidentally unplug the base because you're stupid. As for the weapons, you're going to take the big King sword, and right here, you're just going to pop that in, just like so. Swing this around and nudge the camera, because again, you're stupid. Line up that peg with this one right here, and that will peg right into the arm. So now you have him with a really cool arm-mounted sword, as well as an arm-mounted cannon, which is really neat. And then down here in these little 4 spots, you're going to put the cube weapons. So take your giraffe, unfold it, find the necessary pegs, and that will peg in right there. Kuma is going to go right here, just like so, with the blade sticking outward. Mogura is going to go right here with his face sticking backwards. And finally, our new addition, Koumori, is going to sit right there. And there you have it. Here is the fully assembled, fully completed Wild Tousai King. And like I said in the Cube Rhinos review, I love this form a lot. I mean, other than the fact that Cube Rhinos itself is not a cube, I love how this kind of embraces the cubiness of everything. I mean, you have the shoulder cubes, the chest cubes, arm cubes, slipper cubes. You got them all over the place, and I like that a lot. Plus, it's colorful to where it's definitely Sentai, but yet somehow it still manages to tie a lot of things together, particularly in the Tousai Zyuohger sections here with the crocodile, the wolf, and the rhinos, all sort of blending really well with the silvers and the golds and the blacks. And it works really well, so you got a nice colorful robot while still kind of being a little bit unified in its body, and I think that is great. Now, yes, unfortunately there is no leg split, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't bother me at all. It's going to be a brick anyway, so I might as well embrace it. And I love the weapons. I love the Big King sword on the back of the arm here as some sort of like weird underblade thing I really enjoy. And the big ol' honkin' blaster on the arm is really cool as well. Plus, his fists are just huge, and you could punch people to death with them. So that's really neat as well. Plus, if you look up here, look at that head sculpt. He's got like some massive mustache thing going on, and it is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the bottom leaves a little bit to be desired. Those cubes at the bottom, the slippers are just kind of there, and the weapons are sort of just tacked on. But it is shown in the show that you can actually like detach the weapons. So I believe we have pictures of Koumori doing this, so you can actually detach the weapons, put them into their weapon formations, and just have them hold the weapons. So then you have Wild Tousai King holding the Koumori boomerang. Then you can pop that off and have him holding the Kirin bazooka. You can do all sorts of things. The only one that doesn't really work is Mogura, because if you unplug this, the way that this works, actually, never mind. No, you still can't because of this little peg section right here. That doesn't move, so therefore you can't actually plug this one in to any of the arm sockets, which kind of sucks a little bit. I don't think it goes in to this one. No. That's unfortunate. You might be able to plug it in somewhere, like on the clips up here. Can you do that? No. The clips go the opposite direction you need it to. So that about does it for this guy and this massive guy, the little guy and the big guy. I really like Cube Koumori. It is possibly my favorite of the cube weapons. It's got a lot more maneuverability than the other ones do because of how the wings work, and I really like that a lot. It's a little bit more fun to pose him. Plus, the boomerang weapon is really cool. He is an actual batarang mecha, and that's just really neat. So I like him quite a bit. As for Wild Tousai King, I love this form. I will probably end up liking it a bit more than Wild Tousai Dodeka King or whatever the last form is. Just because I love the uniformity of it, and it's a little bit less weird looking, but that might change once I actually have the final form on my hands. But as it is now, I love Wild Tousai King. It looks great. It functions great. It's got an arsenal of weapons on its body and persons here, and I don't know. I just really like it. I know a lot of people won't because a lot of people don't like Zyuohger's mecha, but I love it. I embrace it. I absolutely adore these. And Cube Koumori and Wild Tousai King are no exceptions. Love it. Love it, love it, and I can't wait for Cube Whale to bless us with its cubey red whale presence. But, for now, that about does it for this review. If you like it, go ahead and blast that like button, comment below, and subscribe for more. So as always, thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.